Hi there, Leo. Welcome to your August 2025 love reading. It's Raina here. This is Tarot Alchemy by Raina Moon or with Raina Moon, whatever I'm calling it these days. And if you don't know, I have a main channel, Raina Moon Astrology. And I'm really taking a chance with this phone because it's been acting up for the last few weeks. So I just like the camera and mic better on this phone. So let's see. I had to scrap a video I did last night for your sign. It was a really good one, but there was something I made some kind of a mistake, and then I was like, oh, I gotta change it. So we're gonna do it over again. Sometimes I do readings specifically for singles and sometimes for couples. This one will be for everyone for August. And astrologically, on the 9th of August, there will be a full moon in your opposite sign of Aquarius at 17 degrees of Aquarius, and that is the seventh house of committed partnership. So that can be, if you are with somebody currently, that could be a time when you learn something about what has been going on, maybe behind your back, or in some cases, it can be something really good where it's like you decide to commit to a person that you have been with, commit at the highest level. The heart of the matter is the Two of Wands, so there could be a choice. I do think that, let me bring in the past position here, the Queen of Swords. Sometimes you can see the expression on her face that's very almost like stone faced a little bit, trying to be detached. Sometimes that's because the person doesn't want to get hurt again, but it could indicate the type of person that you're currently with, and this could be the new person and a decision that you have to make. Like, the ones are fire signs, but that kind of more passionate type of person might be more your speed and what you're about, because Leos tend to be very warm, expressive people. If you're with a cold fish, even if like on paper you're supposed to get along really well, it might not work for you and it might not be a good fit. If you are single and you don't have anybody that you have met, the Two of Wands can even be like whether or not you should relocate. And so there could be other factors going on, because I always point out that sometimes people find their love of their life and they have children and they just form a life. They have a job or they create a business in a foreign country, and that's where their life almost like it begins, somewhere far away. So sometimes it may feel like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? But that might, if you feel led to move to go somewhere else, that might be because there's something waiting there for you, or someone that's waiting there for you. And I think you'll know. I don't think you have to force anything. It'll probably unfold very organically. The higher message is the Empress card, and this is a card of love. The symbol for Venus is right there. And it's this idea of, like, to me, what's the end game of anything that we do that is connected with looking for love, or looking for, like, if you're maybe splitting up from someone, it's so that you can make yourself available in the future for love, is that love is the whole point. So everything that we do to get there is just the along the way, but the ultimate destination is what truly matters. And the Empress card is connected to Venus, and it's also, by the way, connected to the Earth Mother archetype, and you could just say the Mother archetype. And to me, that means if you're somebody who is single and you want to have a family one day, that you are being very selective about who you want to be with. And if you happen to be with someone who you do not want to procreate with, then that could be like, even if you like certain aspects of them and you're like, no, I don't think they would make a good parent, or they don't want to do it, then that's a hard no, right? Even if in your mind it's like, oh, maybe we could do this, What crosses you is the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of the growth process, the energy that you put into something. And maybe as the challenge card, you're being a little bit impatient if you are starting to date someone and see what they're like, and you just want to cut to the chase and you don't want to take that time to really know that person. That could be problematic, especially if you are trying to go in a new direction, because you want to have all your wits about you. You want to know that you're making a decision that is good for you and even good for the other person. What's coming in is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety. I never paid attention to this card. I wonder if I ever drew it before, because this is a relatively new deck and I see those eyes. It's kind of funny because this is a card of anxiety and insomnia. And so it's like maybe there are Leos out there who have been single for a long time and you're like, is it going to be forever? Is this ever going to change? Is my situation ever going to change? And of course, I would say to you that you have to believe in the process. And I'm talking about on the spiritual level, where you can't see what is happening behind the scenes. But that it's possible for you. And for people who are in a relationship that maybe is unhappy and you're ready to move on, this is about really tuning into your feelings and saying, do I want to feel like this for the rest of my life? And it's like probably a hard no, and then change. The outcome is the Magician. This is being a conscious co-creator with the universe, like he's got his wand. But it's not, that's why I have said many times that I used to not like the word magic, because I thought for manifestation, because I thought it was so random, like waving this wand and everything, and it was kind of apart from us. And now I realize, no, we're directing it. We're directing our creations. But it's almost magic just to believe that you can, because of how we're indoctrinated, just to like, okay, follow the track that's been laid out in front of you, and then you can go along with the program. When you're creating something for yourself, you're stepping out of that paradigm. When you're loving the person who's right for you and you're not settling for less, you're stepping out of that paradigm. Or if you're somebody who's just deciding that you want to be free for now, maybe you've been in a relationship recently and you just don't want to be in one right now, but you're thinking there's something wrong with you, or no, there's nothing wrong with you. As long as you're not bitter, as long as you're not like saying, I'm never going to do that again because it was such a bad experience. But if you're saying, no, I need me time, I need downtime, that makes a lot of sense too. And cultivating that sense of personal, self-mastery and things like that. But think about the kind of person that would be your ideal person. And think about, think beyond what they look like. Think about how they act and what kind of things the two of you could do together. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.